Bonjour Year 8, welcome to this week's French lesson. This is Mrs. Cunningham again. Sorry you're not seeing my lovely face right now, I just can't get my webcam to work. So if you have anything you want to send me, or any questions, or any pictures of work that you're getting up to, please do so. My email address is rcunningham@johnfernley.org. So, we're going to start with an activity which draws in what we've been learning over the last couple of weeks. So I've given a little hint. You can use the words and phrases from the last 2 weeks in your fact book to help you. I'd like you to translate these 5 sentences, please, some into English and some into French. They get trickier as they go along. Pause the screen here and then we'll go through the answers. There we go. So, number 1, my brother is sporty. Number 2, I argue with my sister, ma sœur, from last week, mon frère. We were practicing how to say my in different ways. I squabble with my parents, plural. Je me chamaille avec mes parents. I get on with my dad because he is patient. That's combining what we've learned over the last couple of weeks. Je m'entends avec mon père parce qu'il est patient. If you've forgotten to squish together parce que and il to make parce qu'il, don't worry at all. And that bien just means well, like I get on well with my dad. And finally, my friends and I tell each other secrets. That's a really tricky sentence. Mes copains or mes copines, both of those mean friends, remember? Or you could say mes amis. Et moi, on se confie des secrets. On se confie, we share or we tell each other. Reflexive. Well done if you got most of those or all of that right, and if you really struggled with that, please look back over your fact book and practice a little bit more, or email me any questions. So, today is hopefully a fun lesson. We're talking about la musique, the music, or music, and that is our title for today. So you're hopefully all going to be able to understand opinions on music, whether people like it or not. And then most of you will be able to use specific vocabulary like words, lyrics, tunes, melodies, things like that to give your opinion on music. And some of you might be able to use I verbs and we verbs to talk about music, and potentially even incorporate another tense, such as yesterday I listened to this track and I really liked it, ... So, I'm sorry there's a lot of writing on one page. What you're going to do for me is you're going to read these 6 opinions about music from Coralie, Christophe, Gabrielle, etc. And I want you to find these 8 phrases. It would be brilliant if you could actually write out the French phrase and the English phrase next to one another. They're all in the text, but unfortunately they're all a bit jumbled up in order. So try and find as many as you can. And then your challenge is to, well, first of all, be able to understand what a few of these mean, and then tell me who you agree with. Je suis d'accord avec Pauline, for example, parce que, because. Je suis fan de Drake. Well, Drake. Okay, so you're going to pick somebody who you agree with. So read the 6 opinions about music, find these 8 phrases, and then if you can, give me a sentence about who you agree with. Answers to follow now. So, 1. I listen to a little bit of everything. Is there? J'écoute un petit peu de tout. It makes us want to dance. Is there? Ça nous donne envie de danser. The word danser might have given you a bit of a clue there. My favourite male singer is mon chanteur préféré. Now, just have a look and see whether you can find, hint right near the top, how to say my favourite female singer. It's the first 3 words. Ma chanteuse préférée. So that's the difference. Mon and ma, because this one's a male and this one's a female. And the difference is chanteuse and chanteur. And préférée gets an extra E on the end if you're talking about Ariana Grande or whichever female singer you like. So, number 4. We like the words. On aime les paroles. Words or lyrics. Number 5. I love her song. J'adore sa chanson. I love her song. Or I love his song, because the sa refers to the song. Doesn't matter whether you're talking about a boy or a girl. It makes me happy. Ça me rend joyeuse. We are fans of. On est fan de. If you want to change it to I am a fan of, it's je suis fan de whoever. And fan wouldn't have an S on it because you're only one person. And I love the tunes is here. J'adore les mélodies. Okay. So, hopefully, all of you, whether you understood all the words, picked out whether they were positive or negative sentences, and maybe some of you have already made notes now of specific vocabulary that you could adapt to talk about your own opinions. We're going to do a reading activity now, which is going to take, a big chunk of today's lesson, because I want you to do at least 2, if not 3 activities with it. So here is a text, and I want you to read it, and first of all, find these 6 phrases. It's my passion, when I'm sad, etc. And then task 2, which of the following 3 statements are true? So it's like true or false. 3 of them are true, 3 of them are false. And then your challenge is to look at this first paragraph here, ignoring moi, because moi means me, ... I want you to change this paragraph from j'écoute into the third person. So rather than I listen to ... I want you to change it to he listens to, etc. Il écoute. So pause the screen here and give at least task 1 and task 2 a go, and if you can attempt the challenge, that's brilliant. Answers here. So task 1, it's my passion is c'est ma passion. Lovely way of talking about music. Quand je suis triste, when I am sad. Je télécharge beaucoup de musique. I download a lot of music. These are all specific things you could say about opinions on music that you can adapt for yourself. Quand je sors, when I go out with my friends, ... I play the guitar. Je joue de la guitare. If you play a different musical instrument, you could look that up. And we listen is on écoute. J'écoute, I listen. On écoute, we listen. And which of the following 3 statements are true? He likes rock is correct, because it says there, j'écoute du rock. He listens to lots of different artists is here in the middle. J'écoute beaucoup d'artistes différents. And music is important to him, and here it is, la musique c'est important pour moi. He only listens to music at the weekend is false, because he listens to music all the time, tout le temps, all the time. He doesn't like rap. Nope, he does like rap, because it says here, j'écoute du rock et du rap. He plays in the group with his parents. No. Je joue de la guitare et avec mes copains on a un groupe. We have a group. So that's task 1 and task 2. If you've attempted the challenge, it's as follows. So what I've done here is I've changed all the verbs from the first person into the third person. Il écoute de la musique, etc. So every time you come across something red, that means I've changed it. So for example, if we're changing it to the third person, it can't be music, it's my passion. I changed it to his passion. And further on, he says, I play the guitar, and with my friends, we have a group. So I've had to change that to, he plays the guitar, and with his friends, plural, ses copains, plural, ils ont un groupe. They have a group. Oop. Okay, so you might have just caught a quick glimpse there of a video I'm about to show you. Some of you might know that this month should have been Eurovision. Now, Eurovision is a big cultural event across Europe, but we're not that bothered about it. But as your French teacher, I am bothered about it. And so what we're going to do is you're going to use the words that you are learning from your fact books this week to give an opinion in French. You can either write it down or you can say it out loud. I'm going to play you a short clip from a few Eurovision French entries, and I want your opinion on it, okay? Either write it down or say it out loud using this week's fact book. I've given you some examples there. So this would have been the French entry for this year. It's a mixture of French and English. I'll skip ahead a bit.
You are the best in me. Au fond de moi j'ai compris. You are. Et tout ce qu'on s'est jamais dit revient me hanter jour et nuit. You are the best of me.
Okay, well I quite like that, but maybe you didn't. If you want to look up more of the video, you could just type in French entry 2020, but that's his name and that's his song. Oh. Now, this entry is from a few years ago now, but it's a classic in French, so we're going to listen to about another 30 seconds of it again, and you can give me your opinion in French, either write it down or say it out loud. Let's skip ahead a bit.
J'ai tout ce qu'on rêvait d'avoir, j'ai peut-être tout, c'est vrai, mais moi je voulais une moustache. Une moustache. Une moustache. I wanna have a moustache. A moustache. Une moustache. Quelle est rigolée. Je veux ci, je veux ça. Y'en a jamais assez pour moi. C'est comme si, c'est comme ça. Y'a toujours un truc que j'ai pas. Je veux ci, je veux ça.
That's probably enough of that. If you loved that, that was Twin Twin with Moustache. A song all about wanting a moustache. Classic Eurovision. So what's your opinion on that in French? Oh. Okay, finally. This one's quite old, it's 10 years old now, but it's one of my favourites. This is a French Eurovision entry from 10 years ago. So give me your opinion, either write it down or say out loud in French what you think about what you are about to see. Again, I'll skip ahead. I think we'll end that there. That's nice family entertainment in French. So what did you think of Jessie Matador with Allez, Ola, Ole, French 2010 Eurovision entry? So, here's the phrases I'd like you to learn this week in French about French music. And what I want you to do is to write a short paragraph about your opinion on music, whoever you want to talk about, and then either read your work aloud or just to yourself or to a family member. And you can send me a picture of it, or if you're typing it up on the computer, you could send me it and I will provide you with some feedback. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson, and I hope you weren't too traumatised by the French Eurovision entries, and I will see you next week. Au revoir!